Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai haere mai. Welcome to Palmerston North. This is the Lower North Island Hockey Championships hosted by Hockey Manawatu, presented by Sky Sport Next. So glad to be with you on a lovely day in the Manawatu, and we're getting ready for the opening game between Taranaki, as you can see there on your screen, that familiar amber and black, and they will be taking on Hawke's Bay. Great to be joined as well by former Blackstick Michaela Curtis, who's going to be providing the expert comments. Look, we all know what's happened in 2020 and 2021 with regards to just trying to get hockey onto the turf. How nice to see these two teams out playing this nice little tournament getting underway. Great to have you with us, by the way.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's really good to see hockey being played, especially this time of the year as well, and on a nice sunny day in the Manawatu, which, as I was telling you earlier, doesn't always happen.
So there's one of our umpires for this game. That's Lockie Hansen. He's going to be assisted by Caitlin Clary. All is in readiness, and it's going to be Taranaki to get us underway. And away we go in the first quarter. Straight away looking to drive that ball up the field. And so possession handed from Taranaki to Hawke's Bay. You'll also see later on today the men's sides from both of these provinces. Also see Matu and Wellington getting involved. So the first opportunity for Hawke's Bay to try and move that ball, pushing it forward. It was Lily Valentine. Straight away we see Anna Crowley get involved. In terms of the two teams, we'll quickly roll through. Remember, the squads, of course, came through. The 10 field players, the one goalkeeper, and then the bowling throughout the course of the day. Lovely turn. Trying to work their way down that side for Taranaki. Just change that angle. Just cutting back there, trying to get to that ball was Kelsey Bailey, but just couldn't get it. Hawke's Bay with an opportunity, trying to push their way forward. Taranaki at the moment trying to control the midfield. Yes, this is, we talk about how much hockey have these two teams had an opportunity to play in recent times.
Probably not a heck of a lot. Obviously with the COVID disruption, they made a lot trickier, but I know both of these teams and also the teams later, the women's teams, have been training for a couple of months now, which is why they put these games on, because it would have been a bit of a waste or shame to have that training go to waste, really. Of course,
at this time of the year, it would have been last week of the Nationals, but sadly not being able to take place for obviously a number of reasons. The teams up in Auckland and Harbour not having the opportunity as well. But look, we saw a great tournament, the Otatahi Cup on Sky Sport Next, and so it was a wonderful opportunity there for those teams down the South Island, and now the Lower North Island getting the opportunity as well. There's Hawke's Bay. First opportunity, but that's really nicely cut out, and Taranaki with an opportunity to try and break. The ball there, just pushed. That was, again, Kelsey Bailey trying to get across. Right idea, because there was some space that had been created. Sophie Nation on the ball for Hawke's Bay. And wanting to go back. Giving it across from Grace Gibson. And try and push this ball and attack down that right-hand side. It's good ball movement. And try and get it across. It's been blocked. And there's going to be a free hit here. A chance for Hawke's Bay to continue to move. Coming to the edge of the circle. For 13, it is Caitlin Cotter. Great thing about having a former Blackstick and Michaela Curtis providing the expert analysis. There'd be a few players, I'm sure, out there that you've battled against, played alongside.
Yep, no, there sure is. There's Emily there on the ball for one. I played alongside her in Central and for the Blacksticks. There's a few. Amy Rollins, number 3, I think she is. Went to the Youth Olympics with her as well.
There is number 3 down there, Amy Rollins.
Yep.
The Youth Olympics would have been a couple of haircuts ago now, it's fair to say.
It was 2010 actually, so I think we were both 16, and actually Greg Nicol, who was coaching Hawke's Bay, was our coach there, won a bronze medal. It was a really good trip.
Obviously the first change there with Jessie Anderson coming on and Sophie Nason heading to the sideline. You see Anderson getting involved.
She's a handy player. She's from Canterbury. I've played alongside her too at a junior black stick trip.
There's a lovely run down the side there, lovely work there as well. Hawke's Bay trying to build. Only been leaning towards that right-hand side. They've tried to build their attack as they go into Cotter, but cut out very nicely. Taranaki look like they're quite happy to try and counter. That's Atkinson on the ball. Look like they're quite keen to try and strike on the counter-attacks. Another ball again working that right-hand side. So, 4.5 gone. I guess both teams, still trying to find the rhythm. And we talk about, not having the opportunity to play as much. And that is something that I guess has come with. You can't beat time out there against opposition as much as you want to practice against each other. It's a nice wee ball, and here's that opportunity again, trying to push down this left-hand side now. Quite happy to drive down either flanks. Hawke's Bay side. It's a great battle there. Great hustle. And a Crowley. And then ricochets off Rachel Kalin. She's a physio. Some of the better team notes coming around the teams from Canterbury that have sent through. Not 100% sure on some of the accuracy of some of the claims that have come through on the notes. Particularly when you've got a coach who apparently is the most successful year-old coach in New Zealand. And I wonder if a few people have been having a little bit of fun.
I think so.
Push this one down the right-hand side. Trying to track back, just could not get to that one.
It's been quite, to and fro so far, a lot of turnovers, but that often does happen at the start of a game while, you're getting into the rhythm of things.
Trying again down that right-hand side. Hawke's Bay seem very determined to utilise either flank. As Cotter gets things back underway. This is going to be an opportunity for Taranaki to clear. So still no score after 6 minutes. Now the little bit of cloud that we have over here just starting to burn off. There's a little bit of wispy stuff above, but geez, it's a stunning day. So already we're seeing the substitutions being utilised quite a bit by both sets of coaches. Greg Nicol for Hawke's Bay. There's equivalent on the other side, Jamie Stones. Work their way through now, slightly more direct, but that's nicely cut out. Chance now for Taranaki. Push their way forward, Nation. Sophie trying to go down. That's nice work by Kaylin getting in. And a nice ball as well. Something for Sprague to run onto. Getting it back across. Doing nicely. A little bit loose. Sprague tries to get it on top of that one. Sorry, that was Francis, I should say.
Ooh.
Trying to get Annalise Sprague working down that left-hand side.
It's been a real struggle when both ends getting into the attacking third so far.
Hawke's Bay. They look to work out of their defensive third. Nice work as they again work down that far side. Nice little crowd that's come out to watch some hockey, and that's the other thing as well. We talk about the players and their opportunity to play hockey. I'm sure there'll be a few hockey aficionados who'll be quite happy to see provincial hockey being played at the moment. I'm sure they've had enjoyed moments throughout. Of course, the Olympic Games saw some great hockey played at that particular tournament. Hawke's Bay again move into Taranaki's half and try and work their way down this right-hand side. drive that ball forward. Takes a bit of a deflection. And Taranaki. It's Alex Sherman trying to find Atkinson, who's come down that right-hand side. Reverse stick trying to get it in. Hawke's Bay again trying to push out. Oh, nice cutting across there. That was Crowley. Saw the danger down this left-hand side. Was quick to it. Just on 6 to go in this opening quarter of hockey. And just things just a little more cleaner now, as you heard Michaela refer to before, just about that initial period. Now a little bit more movement, a little bit more flow. Pushing that ball. Trying to cut way back through.
Yeah, they like the right-hand side so far, Hawke's Bay.
Again, they look to try and flick back. It's over the back line. Going quickly as Cotter, not mucking around. What idea there, trying to get that ball in. They try and find Greer Finley. Just 15 years of age, Greer. One of 3 Finley sisters playing for Hawke's Bay today. Well, actually 2. There's 3 sisters in the squad. Sadly, Emma unable to play through a injury. We've still got Hannah and Greer. Hannah's the twin sister of Emma, and then Greer, 15 years of age. A great experience, being able to play at this level, at that age. Very much looking comfortable as well, as Hawke's Bay trying to thread that needle there. That was Jessie Anderson. She sprints back over. So, even through the opening 11 minutes of this one. 4 to go in the first quarter. Hawke's Bay looking. Drives it across.
It's really hard to get out of that corner down there. I don't like being stuck down there.
What makes it so awkward to get out of?
Oh, you don't have the back line's right there, so you're mindful of that as well. And it's tricky to get through sometimes.
Hawke's Bay again with another opportunity to drive forward. Again looking for that left-hand side. That was just a bit of a mistimed run there. You could see what they were trying to do. Hannah Finley coming in from that right-hand side. Just got a little bit, again, out of sync. So we'll probably use that word a little bit throughout the course of the games, just as teams find their way back into their playing rhythm. All the way through. There's another set of substitutions roll on for Taranaki. And Hawke's Bay try and build. Looking at the options. Work their way through. Nation trying to go down this left-hand side now. Nice work. Chance now to deliver. Too many numbers though in the circle for Hawke's Bay.
You see a lot of yellow.
Nation through it. Right on the edge, she looks around. Flicks it through. They're trapped in there, good defending. And Taranaki getting the opportunity to clear from inside their own third. It was nice work. Was it Spackman? Sherman, I should say, possibly. Whistle coming in. Been busy old start for Lockie Hanser and Caitlin Clary, our 2 umpires. Hawke's Bay look to build forward again. And as Michaela has pointed out again, trying to work that right-hand side. Taranaki, as I say, look very keen to try and counter, try and use a bit of speed. Down that side, trying to flick that ball back, but can't keep it in. It's Anderson again. closing in. Round 3. Coming across. Work their way through. Bailey. Nation tries to shadow her. Still going. Kelsey Bailey. So flick through. Hawke's Bay.
Ooh.
Here there's Hawke's Bay again trying to push down this far flank. Quite interesting. There's a lot of space in behind. As I say, both teams sort of seem quite weighted to that far side, but there is quite a bit of space if there was a possibility of a quick ball cross. Someone coming in at this the left side.
Yeah, so we often it's good to come back and around and use the help side because there, like as you can see, we can see here, this whole half of the turf is pretty much free.
You see the chance for Taranaki to clear. Just on. A little difference between our game clock you're seeing to the top left of your screen and the clock that's at the top centre of your screen at the moment. A little difference. So just on 100 seconds to go. 90 seconds to go, I should say. Get another raft of substitutions. Trundle on. Taranaki look to break. Down that left-hand side through Tia Francis. Nice ball through to Atkinson. And just some of the little touches at the moment. A lot of play going down that far side. Just on a minute to go on this one. Ball comes back into play. The option. Thought about it for a moment about coming back to this near side, but then decided that we'll just keep working down this right-hand side at the moment. This movement, trying to get that ball. Settle it down a little bit. Still 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Driving the ball through. And goes right the way through. Go find that ball. Get me out of there on your screen. Camp Mother, I believe she is referred to as. Don't know if Kathy would like that. Tia Francis again. So time, just a few seconds to go on this one. And there you hear the end of the first quarter. No score between Taranaki and Hawke's Bay, and I guess the good thing, Michelle, any nerves that they had, got that out of the way. So, what did you make? What did you make of that first 15?
Well, as most first quarters go, and hockey, it is very scrappy and a lot of back and forth. But I think Hawke's Bay started to get a bit of shape towards the end of that quarter. So it'll be interesting to see how the next kind of half goes, or the next 3 quarters goes, really.
So as the two teams have a bit of a chat, you see there on the stripe, that's the managers of the Hawke's Bay team. There you see the women's side from Hawke's Bay. Tess Gregory Hunt. We've already mentioned Sophie Nation there in jersey number 4, shirt number 4. She's been very, very prominent. Emily Gaddam was well known. You see the Cotter sisters, Finlays. Nice to have the family. And you've played a little bit as well with Kazia Taylor. And so it's a good side, that Greg Nicol. As you say, again, someone that you've been coached with a fair bit as well.
I have. I think I was trying to work out. I think he's probably coached about half a dozen of my teams. I think over the years he picked me up as a 15-year-old playing, and he taught me into playing for Central. He's a pretty handy coach, and he knows his stuff. And
you see the Taranaki side. We've already seen how good Annalise Sprague has been. Lucy Atkinson's been very prominent too. A lot of good work being done by Kelsey Bailey. Victoria McCulloch if you're a fan of rugby as well, who's tuned in to watch a bit of hockey too, you'll be very familiar with that name. Victoria, member of the Taranaki field, that's been playing in the Farah Palmer Cup. Great to see multi-sport representatives. People not being told that you have to choose. I like that. Personal opinion, just throwing it into the mix. Nothing wrong with playing different sports. Funnily enough, there as we see Amy Rowlands looked like she was practicing a bit of a golf swing as well. So always good to have the change as the second quarter gets underway. Taranaki left to right on your screen. That's south to north. That's great. Interception again, heads up, looking, trying to thread that needle. It's a nice ball. It's picked up by now as they look to get across. Here's some space working down that left-hand side. Hook that one back, looks like that's Goonan. Taranaki, the ball driven in. Defended. Taranaki. Circling around, trying to get that ball in.
Oh, PC.
Fine, it's taken to 40-odd seconds into the second quarter, but we finally get our first penalty corner of the Lower North Island Hockey Championships. The defenders died the protective masks in the bag behind the cage, and now Taranaki will sort their formation out. Nicole had been the trap. Delivered, trap, drives back. Oh, good. That was some super work on the goal line there. I think there might have been Sophie Nation possibly.
I think Emily Gaddam
was it? There's Nation in front of us. That was great work because I think the goalie was beaten.
I think so, yeah. Emily's pretty good at that. Oh, here we go.
Still not out of danger yet, Hawke's Bay. That ball's been cut out very nicely. Nice control. They'll work down this left-hand side. We'll try and get a look at that save by Emily Gaddam. But there's the counter-attack opportunity for Hawke's Bay. It's Redwood. Push it out. Nicely controlled. Good patience.
Oh, nice.
It's a lovely run. Good defending as well, though. Thread the needle there. Cut out nicely by Grace Gibson. There's a lot more. There seems to be a little bit more fluidity, a bit more calm coming out of that that break.
Yep. Yeah, they're definitely looking a lot more settled into the game now. Both teams.
See Cotter moving in. Option, turn, shot. The ball, I think, has gone right over the top of the steel fencing behind the goal there, into the reserve. So someone's going to have to go for a little bit of a run and a wander. Bit of a fossick in the greenery behind there. It's Hawke's Bay trying to find the back of the goal for the first time today. Palmed away very comfortably there by Stanley. Still pressure here though for Taranaki to absorb. And a chance for them to clear now.
Yeah, Taranaki have been pretty strong with their defence, and Anna Crowley seems to be mopping up a fair bit at the back.
That's that ball taken down nicely by Bailey again. Actually, no, excuse me, that's not. That's Kaylee Morris. Cutting across a bit of space here. Coming out to that left-hand side. Oh, well intercepted again by Hawke's Bay. I think both coaches would be reasonably happy with the opening quarter and a bit of defence from their side. It's been very solid in that particular regard, Michelle.
Yeah, I think so too. Very solid. Like, I don't think we've seen, we just saw the one goal shot there, but apart from that, I can't recall any other clear goal shots.
I'm trying to drive sides, use very narrow corridors as they go down the flanks as well. Some more substitutions are made. Laura Fleming entering the games in front of our commentary position. You see her, jersey 27, jogging through your screen. Drive down. Bobbing away, that's gone over the side as well. I don't think they have too much issue locating that particular ball. Hopefully we haven't lost our ball retriever from the previous attempt that went careening over the back of the fencing. Taranaki again. Drive that one across. Control that. It was Morris, I think, trying to control and bring that one down for Taranaki. So plenty of endeavour, plenty of effort. No goal show for it at the moment. And it is a Taranaki Hawke's Bay encounter. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It is lovely to have you with us here on Sky Sport Next. You see Bailey drive that ball across. Get it in. Ooh. There's an opportunity there for Taranaki. They look to that right-hand side to Hawke's Bay. Just work.
Ooh, good tackle again.
That was needed as well. There was just a little sliver of space in behind. That was another well-timed intercept. The pace of the game, as we alluded to in that first quarter, this second quarter, a lot less frenetic, a little bit more. I guess the pace is slowed slightly, but it is still sort of flowing a lot more effectively. Taranaki again, trying to push into the attacking third. Good pressure. Drives it to the front of goal. That was getting in front there. That Garrett. Kendall Garrett working back. It's a little bit of a heart palpitation there for Gregory Hunt in the Hawke's Bay goal.
He'll go down the right again. I find it quite interesting, just I guess because of all the, I guess to me, as an untrained observer, like yourself, former Blackstick, Michelle Curtis, it looks to me like kind of very much narrowing the field a little bit more. They've got all the space out to this left-hand side. Yeah, I think if they were able to, you can start off going right, then look to come back and around, because there is a whole load of space.
Oh, it's a big opportunity here for Hawke's Bay. Getting back and in, coming out, around, and high and wide.
Oh, unlucky. Good effort there.
Good work by Stanley to put a little there, but that's an opportunity that Hawke's Bay will be thinking, well, we've missed one there. An opportunity to have a look at coming out here. This is the opportunity. Beautifully picked up. Going to work through. That's Hannah Cotter. Goes to the outside. Just couldn't finish.
She did well to beat that goalie as well. So unlucky.
Hawke's Bay again pushing forward. The option, trying to work away. Get in. That's nicely driven into the circle.
PC.
And there's the first for Hawke's Bay of the game. There's another look. That one nice whip to get around Atkinson, but then, Sherman, I should say. Hawke's Bay. Caitlin quarter. 13 poised options. There's the Cotter, they go, drives it, saves. Still not out of danger though. Looking to turn. Oh, Cotter just wide.
Very close, very close.
Two opportunities inside 30 seconds for Hawke's Bay. Neither of them could be taken, and we remain scoreless in the opening game of the North Island, or Lower North Island Hockey Championships. Appreciate your company here on Sky Sport Next. I hope the day is as gorgeous where you are as it is here in Manawatu. Just a slight breeze. Not the worst, actually, because I'd say it will just knock the temperatures down just enough to make it pretty comfortable for our athletes today. Hawke's Bay Taranaki will be followed by the men, and then Manawatu and Wellington. Male and female games to follow. So stay with us here on Sport Next. Great hockey action for you. I'm sure you would have.
Oh, good ball.
This is nice work. Hawke's Bay again, looking to go out wide. This is a great chance. Working down to the back line.
That was good build-up, coming in from left, then cutting in, then cutting out again.
With the options, and they go. The middle, and that one there's just going to go wide. Well, this is a nice wee period from Hawke's Bay, being able to pin Taranaki back a little bit. Able to move out of their own half, and there's another opportunity. As we see, Victoria McCulloch missed that ball, and Hawke's Bay continue to work now. Getting to the edge of the circle. Losing control of that one. It's just been around about 2 to 3 minutes now where Hawke's Bay have just had the Territ. Taranaki have not been able to get out. Now they lift that ball. Nicely by Zia Taylor. Drive. Again, they switch left-hand edge, a right-hand edge, I should say. Nice ball. Good control. This is nice from Hawke's Bay. Spin, stopped, kicked away. Well, you just kind of get the sense, though, Michelle, something's really building nicely here for Hawke's Bay. Taranaki's holding on nicely.
Yeah, I think so. And the goalie's having to do a lot more work now. So, yeah, time will tell.
Nation. Tracked there by Sprague. Come again, working to that right-hand side. Seeing that number 15 jersey of Emily Gaddam a little bit more prominent as well in the last sort of 2 to 3 minutes for Hawke's Bay. Get to Taranaki. Relieve some of this pressure that's been put on them. Just on 4 to go in the quarter. Sherman. Oh, nice work. Nation getting in there. Again, looks to attack. Oh, the head goes back. She knows she should have done better with that one as she was working down that left-hand side. And I think Hawke's Bay will be feeling pretty good. Still got 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Really, again, Nation as they've hemmed them in. No. Sherman. Bailey brings that one down. Continues to battle down the right-hand side. Taranaki finally crosses a nice opportunity, trying to thread through to the circle.
Yeah, that's got to go 5 metres before getting into that circle.
Taranaki at least down the right end from their point of view. Hawke's Bay a bit of space here. The drive, a searching ball through, looking for Cotter. Hawke's Bay picked it up again on the deflection. Sherman. Here comes Anderson, trying to thread that needle, looking for Nation. Nation again, another player that's become very prominent in the last 4 to 5 minutes. Greer Finlay. Oh, that's lovely control. Rest of the shot swatted down nicely. That's good keeping. Ball's not out of danger though for Taranaki. Cutting. Reversing that one out of the way is Anna Crowley. Still attacking Hawke's Bay. Driving it across. Just 2 minutes to go, and it really does feel as though it's a case of hanging on a little bit here for Taranaki at the moment, Michaela.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way. Hawke's Bay have got them under the pump. But Taranaki have been pretty desperate. Yeah, there we go. Desperate with their defending. It's good.
Sprague trying to get them out. They have. I think that desperation. Say that. Keep that one in as Bailey. She's done really well. Hawke's Bay again through Nation. Trying to push this ball down. I think Jamie Stones, the Taranaki coach, will be quite keen for the next 90 seconds to roll through as quickly as possible. Get to the break at 0-all. Just to have a little bit of a chinwag about what he's seen in this quarter of hockey. Sherman tries to drive that ball forward. Hawke's Bay though. Nation. Cross. Here's Cotter.
Nice.
Oh, here's a chance now again. Lovely skills. Into the circle they go. Across. Oh. There's the first goal.
Well done.
Well, with just 50 seconds left on the clock, there'll be a bit of disappointment for you, but Hawke's Bay really, Michaela, that's just good reward for the constant pressure we've seen in the last 5 minutes of it.
Yep, that was definitely coming, I think, and well done of Hannah. She could have had the shot, but she had someone there on the post ready, so well done.
Caitlin Cotter it was with that goal. So that'll be a lovely fill-up, nice reward as well for Hawke's Bay, and they're looking for another one. Still time on the clock. Pushing ahead again. Up in the back of the cage, but whistle gone. To eat up a little bit of time here. Siren not far away from sounding. And there you hear it. So half time in our opening game of the Lower North Island Hockey Championships. Goal to Caitlin Cotter just 50 seconds before the break gives Hawke's Bay a 1-0 lead over Taranaki. We'll be back with the second half shortly here on Sky Sport Next. Second half just about to get underway. This is the opening game of the Lower North Island Hockey Championship. Hawke's Bay with the goal just 50 seconds before the break. I actually said it was to Caitlin Cotter. It was actually Kyla Smith in jersey number 19 I should say, who got the final touch off that lovely movement by Hawke's Bay and give them the 1 goal advantage. So the final check's just being done by our officials. Thumbs up being given just to the right of our commentary position, and we're underway. Second half. Hawke's Bay with that goal advantage and very much built on a sustained period of attack as bodies come together. Caitlin Cotter over the top. Really built on that sustained period, like final 6 minutes of that second quarter where they just got position and territory and really squeezed and eventually got the reward that they were hunting for. Taranaki though with an opportunity now to regroup. Sophie Nation, who's been very active in the Hawke's Bay performance to this particular point. I see they coming over here to Caitlin Cotter into that right hand corner. Rollins try and send that ball in. And straight away, as we saw the second quarter finish, the third quarter begins with Hawke's Bay just putting pressure on. Ball across, looking for the space. Good defending by Taranaki.
Great tackle.
Now they've got an opportunity to clear even more. Was that Crowley again in the stick in the way, was it?
I think it might have been. I put my money on her.
Well, she's been pretty key in the defensive performance for Taranaki so far, but yeah, I'm sure at the options. We saw a Taranaki push down that right hand side. It's interesting to watch. Kendall Garrett charging forward across the left, relatively unmarked. It's been picked off though by Hawke's Bay. Continue to work. They've had really good reward going down either flank, but particularly the right hand side. So they work down the left at the moment. Towards the northern end, the Fitzherbert Park end of this wonderful facility. Hockey Manawatu doing a great job. They've had a similar tournament to this earlier in the year with the Masters, when the was obviously unable to be played due to the pandemic and the various restrictions. So I said, well, we've done one, let's do another one. Let's get the senior sides involved. It's great that Manawatu Hockey has done that. Oh, here's Cotter again trying to weave her way through. Starting to exert a lot of pressure at the moment. The team in black and white. Far side. They're trying to up the tempo as well. Definitely see the increase in speed that they're trying to play with at the moment. So here comes. It's cleared out. Chase coming in now. It's Morris getting in position for Taranaki. Trying to thread that needle. Up nicely there by Garrett. Back to Garrett, go Taranaki. A little bit heavy on this and gives an opportunity for Hawke's Bay to push forward through Nation down this left hand side. Twisting and turning, looking to take the player. Ooh. Another collision. Middle. Is Laura Fleming in 27. Oh, picked off. Done. Nicely done. Driven. Oh. From the goal. Yes, finally. That's the odd touch here and there. But it's a goal for Hawke's Bay. Another look at that there. Picked off. Beautiful. Stepping in. Little deflection there. Spinning. There was Hannah Cotter drilling it, and that's a second. As Hawke's Bay double their advantage.
Nice composure there too in front of the goal.
To exert a fair bit of pressure here.
That goal also, it was from our Hawke's Bay attackers were putting a lot of pressure on the Taranaki defenders, which resulted in the turnover. It was really well done.
Straight through, but that's just going to carry on comfortably down. Hawke's Bay will build from inside their defensive third. All right, Michelle, well, if you're Taranaki, you've conceded a goal late in that first half, conceded one early in the second. What do they need to do to get back into this game? Do they need to change shape in any way? Do you want to see them go maybe direct as opposed to try and work the flanks as they've done? What would you be saying to the team from Upstate Highway 3?
I think it would be quite good to see them do a bit of a build-up play. Often notice they're looking for the long ball, which results in the turnover. If they were able to kind of work it up the field, kind of play in their favour, but there's still a bit of time left, so we'll see what happens.
The ball goes across the front of the Taranaki goal. Just Hawke's Bay, you can see their confidence really is growing, really from the midpoint of that second quarter onwards. And the goals to now, and again more pressure coming in. It's Caitlin Cotter, handled with the goal, goes with the goal scored 50 seconds before the half-time through Kyla Smith. Moving it around once again. Redwood, they get that ball in. Hawke's Bay. It's good defend again. Contact there. It slows things down. A very smart game, Hawke's Bay. Worked their way out. Couldn't quite track that one. McCulloch trying to push the ball forward. Goes back. There's Crowley. Sends the ball to that right-hand side. It's a little bit too much on that one. Errant pass. It's the game which has had a nice bit of shape. Just loses it a touch for the moment. Lifted forward.
Oh, good pick-up.
Again, Caitlin Cotter. Comes away to this right-hand side. Anderson turns it back, cleared away. Corner.
Well done. Good to get an outcome in there.
Pressure for Taranaki to absorb. The Hawke's Bay Brains Trust get together, working out what the move that they're going to run this penalty corner is going to be. Late heads to deliver. Anderson and get him. The options to trap. They go to get him. Driven in. Cleared away, be it temporarily by Taranaki. Push right side and across. Caught him with the miss on that one, but again, well, a few areas of concern now for Taranaki. Hawke's Bay to exert some dominance. You just kind of suspect all it's going to take is just one nice movement, even if it doesn't result in a goal, but just a nice bit of movement from Taranaki in terms of their attack, just to get them back into this thing.
Yeah, like I think Hawke's been very dominant now in this kind of second half of the game, whereas in the first quarter it was completely even.
It's Cotter again. Caitlin working down this right side, looking to get the ball into the circle. Again, nicely picked out. That might have been Crowley once again in there. Got it out of danger though. Comes away. Taranaki can't get it. Downfield though, continuing to work. That's nice. Great work there by now Taranaki pushing that ball forward. Chasing is Garrett. Just too far. Rolls out. Hawke's Bay to build again. Not too many amber and black shirts in that part at the moment. Looking to try and trap possibly, but pass goes astray. And here's an opportunity now for Taranaki. Still on 7 to go in this first quarter. Third quarter, I should say. That's the ball forward. And the opportunity lost. So, goals to Smith and Hanacotta. Lifting that forward.
Great ball.
Super ball. Hanacotta cutting in. Still going. Corner's been awarded.
That was a great overhead. Was that Caitlin Cotter, I think?
Yep. Great ball through.
She's got good levers on her for that.
Another chance for Hawke's Bay, who really is just taking this game over from the midway point of the second quarter. Stepping forward. Ruby Robertson jersey looks like she'll be one of the trapping options. Another one as well will be Jessie Anderson and Tim. Nation and Cotter there. They go. That's been mapped. Just flick that ball in. Anderson again used to work.
Well,
Tries to cut that one back.
Oh, thought that might have been a corner.
I can tell you, Jessie Anderson thinks it was as well.
Definitely.
Not overly happy with the call by Lockie Hansen. It did happen right in front of him, though. The edge, but still plenty of pressure here. Entire Taranaki team back in the defensive third at the moment. Cotter again just trying to thread the needle there, Caitlin. They come back out. One member of the Taranaki side advanced of that line that you see. Black Sticks squad member. Work their way out. Trouble again, still in the possession of Hawke's Bay. It's just been relentless. Continue to work their way, trying to weave some magic there. It's Millie Calder. Just quickly move again. Body in the way there. Roberts for Hawke's Bay. In. Again, still going Roberts. Oh. Really is just a mountain of position Hawke's Bay's working with at the moment. And again, Taranaki with everybody back defending.
They are doing well, holding them out. They've won it again.
Just all it takes is a goal. It would be against the run of play, but all of a sudden, really different complexion. I know it's a bit of a sporting cliche, but it is the obvious thing to say at the moment. It's only going to take one. And it's just going to force a little bit of a Hawke's Bay at the moment. Michelle just seems so confident now going forward.
I think having 2 goals on their side does help. I know what it's like being on a winning side. It's you can play with composure.
See the confident the Hawke's Bay team. More change being made at the moment by the respective coaches. Ball, wherever. Really looking for a body, more trying to push it forward as there's more changes. Here's Nation, who's been really good.
Oh, unlucky.
Wide. Nation and the 4 jersey for Hawke's Bay. the 21 list this year. Driving forward. Ball Crowley. Just continuing to work for her team as Anna Crowley. The body in the way there was McCulloch of Nation. There she Hawke's Bay going backwards. They've got the time and space to play with. No pressures again. Taranaki with pretty much everyone behind the ball. Still 2 minutes to go. Stick work again. Taranaki. They might have had a chance there, but no. Hawke's Bay really taking their time, looking at their options that are in front of them. Still around, that's Calder. Calder again going quickly back. That's nice to cut out though by Sprague. Is there a chance here? Some nice work being done there by Morris. It's nice work though as well. Defending by Calder. To their options. Go to that side trying to get Francis. Work. Goal. It's 2.5 minutes into the quarter. Giving Hawke's Bay the 2-goal advantage after the Smith goal at the end of the half. And Hannah Cotter. Taranaki though just continue to battle away. Pressure's been relentless. Nice movement again. No. Penalty
well
corner
done.
has been earned.
That's Jessie Anderson. Well done. She's got really good, slick, quick skills. God, tongue twister.
When a play comes through for a player out of the Canterbury region. There we go. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Anderson and Gaddam. It's shooting and 15 to trap. Nation is there. Delivered. Go. There's Nation. Flicks looking. Trying to get that player coming in from the right-hand side. Driven across the front of the goal again. Putting the body on the line. And I think Stanley's done well to keep that one out, Taranaki. And they have. Into the third quarter. Golder, Hannah Cotter doubling the Hawke's Bay advantage. It's 2-0. But you've got to say, Michaela, yes, we've been very impressed by Hawke's Bay and all of their attack, but geez, tenacious, gutsy, desperate defence by Taranaki. This score could have been a lot more.
Yep, definitely agree. They've put their body on the line, as you saw there, and they're really willing to get stuck in and be quite mungo, actually.
Well, the key, though, because they seem eternally trapped down in the defensive third. What do they need to get out of it? Try and get up the other end and drag one back. Make this a bit of a game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say Jamie Stones is looking pretty vocal, giving them some advice. But, it's a tough one. I don't know. I think they just got to... It is hard with the heat too, and bodies are getting tired. So, I don't know what the magic plan will be.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge as our umpires also have a little bit of a discussion as well. So... 2-0 the advantage. It was a goal to Kayla Smith just 50 seconds before the end of the half, and then that nice goal finished off by Hannah Cotter. 2-0 advantage to Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay and Taranaki men will be the next game up. And later on in the afternoon, it's the turn of the Manawatu and Wellington men and women to finish off what is this wonderful wee initiative, as I say. Outstanding work by Hawke Manawatu. The time where we should be enjoying the National Championships, finals of the National Championships. It's good to see some provincial hockey available via the Sky Sport Next platform. Good for these players who I'm sure, at the moment, will be feeling a little bit. Is that still a bit of a breeze there, but you can just sense that the the temperature is just lifting with it as well as we get into the Manawatu afternoon. Another 17 minutes on the clock, and away we go. Hawke's Bay just looked to lift that one forward through Caitlin Cotter. And straight away put Taranaki back inside their own third again.
You see, Hawke's Bay have got all their numbers over that side of the field. They're definitely becoming more aggressive now, and they've won the ball again as a result.
Your way in from that left-hand side. Taranaki, not as many bodies back. In that third quarter, we saw pretty much every member of the Taranaki side back in the defensive third. More of an opportunity is Morris getting in, trying to get her stick on the ball. Taranaki, finally. Oh, lovely work though by Caitlin Cotter. Goes around looking for the option, delivers.
Ooh.
Ball coming back across. That was some lovely work there by Hannah Cotter. McCulloch. Has it down, trapped nicely. Here comes Taranaki. Here's a bit of space to work with. Nice ball away, but it's going to be picked off. It couldn't be controlled there by Francis. Some opportunity for Taranaki to push forward. Rare excursion. Too many bodies with her. And that ball out wide, tracking across. Kaylin gets it. Kaylin continues to work that right-hand side. Pushes that ball. Have they managed to keep that one? And yes, they have. That's nice work. Trying to work down the flanks, which really has paid off. Set it up nicely with all the work they did first quarter, even though it took them a while. Now, rare venture to the attacking third. Can they make it count?
Oh, well done, PC.
There you go, they can. This is a big opportunity. With 14 and a half to play in the game. There's got a few of the opportunities here. They know, right, we've got to nail this one.
Yeah,
got to get a goal back.
If they can get one in here, it might make it interesting.
Look at the options. Lurking. Delivered. There is Crowley. Oh, it hasn't been controlled. Crowley still on it. Oh, and a chance for Hawke's Bay to clear. Frustrating there with that execution. Hawke's Bay getting in. Still. Taranaki trying to build the pressure. Driving in from that right-hand side. It might have been Crowley again. He's worked so hard. Here's Morris. Oh, there's a chance for Hawke's Bay. And straight away the speed. Cotter. It's Hannah. Great ball. Super ball through. Goalie comes out. Clears nicely. That's good keeping. Saw the danger. Couldn't really hesitate. She hesitated too much there. Stanley, it could have been some real issue. Good decisive play. Lead to a Taranaki counter attack.
Yeah, well done.
Try and work their way back through Sprague. Lee finds Garrett, but picked off nicely. We've complimented the Hawke's Bay. Oh, that's great skill showing there, Rollins. To drive across and then deliver. We've complimented their attack because they've done a lot of it, but when they've had to defend Bay, they've been equally as efficient. Coming in now, Taranaki, buoyed by that little excursion. hitting the deck there. Hannah Cotter off and going and shoots that high and wide. Very quick, still some real spring in the step of the Hawke's base. Taranaki.
I think they're starting to get tired now. The heat's getting to them.
Culloch there. Hawke's Bay will again reclaim possession. Gibson. Jones trying to thread the needle there. Kelly Jones.
Great
Culloch.
tackle.
Oh, that's had the ball taken. They continue to work. Gets it out. Oh, Cotter. Goodness gracious me. Frustrated. No, she's missed a guilty opportunity here. And can Taranaki create some offence of themselves, but no, once again, stepping in and reclaiming the ball come Hawke's Bay. Find Atkinson down that far side. Ball continues to work through. Sprague. Some support. But so getting up there. And chance for Hawke's Bay to clear once again. Space is starting to open up on the field a little bit more. So you heard trying to refer to some of those tired legs. Continuing to work. This is nice down this left-hand side. It's a lovely run, reverse stick across. Just that second sharper at the moment, Hawke's Bay.
Yep, Amy loves the verse that one. She's pretty good on the backhand.
McCulloch driving it up. The left-hand side, nicely picked off there by Ruby. More ball for Hawke's Bay to play with. Just looking at the options. Come back to Calder. There's that right-hand side, strong by Roberts. Continuing work by Anderson. Greer Finlay. Anderson. Looks to get that across. Taranaki.
Oh.
A free hit and opportunity to clear. Come in again. Culloch. Push that ball forward. Again, Anderson's on the ball. Heads up, looking at the options. Over the sideline. Fix that ball through. Good work there by Goonan trying to get Taranaki going forward. Culloch. Pressure for Crowley. To the task. It's been picked off again by Hawke's Bay.
That would have been a great ball if she'd got hold of that.
You've got to say, some of the vision that Hawke's Bay have got in terms of the pass and sort of threading the needle, as they say. Just splitting players, and some of the great runs that we've seen as well from the Hawke's Bay players to put themselves into that space. Here comes Cotter again. To the edge of the circle, looks to cross. That's nice work by guess who.
Yeah, well done. I was going to say, well done, Anna.
Oh, she really has. I mean, not that you can find any of the performances out here, but I tell you what, Anna Crowley really has been a standout in what at the moment is a second-placed effort. Still, though, 8 minutes to go. Taranaki have given us glimpses, but you just can't have that ball sort of turned over as Hawke's Bay snaffle another one. There is Crowley on the ball.
No, when you're down, you really want to hold position and treasure it as much as you can. I know 7 minutes is still a lot of time if you're able to build it up a bit.
Coming across to Calder. Calder looking. Cotter just flicks that ball on. Roberts, though, can't get it down that right-hand side. You see Hawke's Bay trying to clog the space. McCulloch. Looks at the options. Goes back to Crowley. Hawke's Bay look to try and trap. McCulloch. Getting in there goes Cotter again. They've managed to snaffle that ball. Another chance, trying to get it in from that right-hand side. Another penalty corner as well. Well, it's been, I guess, the one thing, I suppose, if you're going to be a little bit picky, Hawke's Bay maybe haven't been as clean as what they would have liked with some of their penalty corner attempts. We'll see if they can get this one right. Sure, that'll be a nice little on top if they could rattle one in from a PK. Comes in. Oh, again, it's a little bit bobbled and coming out. That's nice work. A PC, I should say. Here comes Francis. To go down the right-hand side. Again, chance to push forward. That was nice work. Again, that might have been Morris for Taranaki. Just ripped through.
Yeah, they're still looking for the long ball, Taranaki, yeah?
Come back. Hawke's Bay. There's Cotter. So much time. You see she just sort of had a wee look. Weighed up the options. Really been so influential as Caitlin Cotter, as you would expect. Just the confidence now with the 2-goal advantage, Hawke's Bay. There's Cotter again. Continues to go. Locking, great pass. Coming through, I think Crowley just got the body in the way. Goes across again. Still there.
Oh,
and another penalty corner. You just saw there just some of the passing, the nice running as well, the off-ball movement that Hawke's Bay have brought. 2-0, the scoreline at the moment. So we do have to say Taranaki have definitely fought. They haven't given, they have scrapped for all it's worth. Hannah Finlay to deliver. Trapped nicely. Yeah. Cotter.
Yep.
Another penalty corner.
Yeah, that definitely hit a yellow foot in there.
Chance for Hawke's Bay with still less than 4 to play. Trying to make this a 3-0 ball game. There's Hannah Finlay to deliver.
Ooh, what's that?
Call there. We reload again. Anderson, one of the trappers, but they actually go wide. Here's the opportunity. A little bit of a trick play.
Oh, unlucky. That was well done.
It was very nicely worked. Didn't get the end result, but we did say about them being a little bit more slicker. That really slick, Michaela.
Yeah, those ones are normally saved for the end of the game, those sorts of PCs.
Taranaki. So we can't fault the effort of the Taranaki side. They really continue to battle. Hawke's Bay just around that midpoint in the second quarter really have just dominated. There's a chance though. Taranaki just get up, go quickly. You know, if you play against any side in any sport from Taranaki, they're going to play right to the final whistle, final siren, final bell. Whatever apparatus is being used to signal the end of the game, they will play to it, continuing to battle away. Still on 2 to go on this one. There's a chance for Cotter, looks up, looks at the option, fires the ball through. couldn't catch up with down that left-hand side, could Lily Valentine. Actually, no, excuse me, not Valentine, that is Finlay. So still to come this afternoon. Taranaki Hawke's Bay men, followed by matches between the respective men's and women's sides of Manawatu and Wellington. I'm sure that Michelle Curtis will be lurking around for one of those games as well. Good Manawatu girl that she is.
I will be, yep. I'm looking forward to the women's game later, that's for sure.
Yeah, that should be an absolute belter. Mind you, the remaining 3 games should be absolute crackers. If they're played in the same intent as these 2 teams, they've set a nice bar. It was a little, did comment as a ball's flying across, little messy to begin that first quarter, which I think you expected to a degree, Michelle.
Yep.
While Hawke's Bay really have dominated, you say, pretty much from that midpoint of the second quarter. Can't sort of argue the intensity, the effort of both sides. Yep. Them giving up, Taranaki continue to try and battle away. Flicked across. Otto's just been class. She went to a run, gets the ball back again. Does Caitlin. Back. Still going, trying to clear that ball. Taranaki got a little final surge, something special in them to finish. Hawke's saying no, we want to get another one. Comes across. Looking to clear. It's the long player up front. Flipped away by Calder. Taranaki on a final chance. The bench just to the left of our commentary position, urging them, go, duck around. But it's been a very, very impressive performance by Hawke's Bay. The siren goes, and the opening game of the Lower North Island Hockey Championship is in the books. Hawke's Bay 2, Taranaki 0. Michelle, they just got a hold of it, as we said, in that second quarter. Hawke's Bay really didn't let it go for the remainder of the match, did they?
No, that's right. They definitely looked a lot more settled, and then from there the game was really in their hands. They played really well, especially towards the end there. They had them under the pump.
You got to say that Taranaki, though, just as we were saying at the end of the game, they just don't give up. No quitting. They really did battle as hard as they could.
No, that would frustrate me, I think, as a striker coming up against a brick wall at the back like that. But no, they did well. They hung in there. It just wasn't their day.
Very impressive performance by Hawke's Bay. They take this opening game of the Lower North Island Hockey Championships by a scoreline of 2-0.